but we'll see how it goes.
It's a dive variation where you run Sombra and Tracer in the backline, get a hack, and then try to eliminate them. You see that Guard and Prophet are both kind of chasing each other. But first kill goes on to Gesture. Fury now, DMAC, no tank line anymore. Can Prophet bring it back?
Prophet, there you go. Give this man the chance, and he will bring the goods. Looking for a third, he gets it.
Gets a third. They give up control, though.
Yeah. Well, so far they are going to have a very quick flip here for the London Spitfire on this first point. 24% on the board for the Toronto Defiant, and now EMP thrown in here by Guard. Opening it up with a kill on Aid. The back line is just falling one after another here for Toronto. They cannot seem to contest with the pressure that London Spitfire are just pouring on here.
An enormous EMP gets 5, and then the cleanup is absolutely theirs. Prophet looks to chase people down in the back.
Through for him, keeping him up, and this entire fight, London are still in control of the point. They lose Prophet, fair enough, but they're up at 85% and counting. The Toronto Defiant, they need to get a flip.
The second Amp Matrix comes into the point, and maybe that'll finally be enough. Gesture's been playing on the razor's edge, and that's just going to be tank life from now on going forward. But you're totally fine if you're London, because you've cracked this up to nearly 99%, and now you have
coalescence. But Toronto Defiant are still in control.
Another fantastic immortality field there from Aid in the backline, keeps everybody up, and I think people are still trying to adjust. And how do you play against Baptiste here? Because it's another thing you have to deal with first. It's not the biggest ability, but you have to focus on it, otherwise nothing dies. And Toronto able to clean that up thanks to some very, very good support line play.
Make the play, but was sticking on the Winston despite it not working, the best call.
It was just very difficult for him to get healing because he was jumping behind shields. Now he's over on the ball.
Now he's on the ball, a little bit of self-sustain, a little bit of a harder target to hit. Perhaps he can roll away with that mobility. And now we're gonna get a boost in play here. That's Neko just trying to bring a teammate up. And it's going to be Gods. Gods gets that self-destruct online, and I mean, D.Va, you can't sleep on him. You get a boosted D.Va. That's a lot of damage that he can put out very quickly. He's going to start assassinating people. There's 3 for Gods in quick succession, and he's just taking the fight solo. He doesn't care. He has a fresh mech waiting for him too if he needs it with the self. Now it's the last fight here for London Spitfire. Time to get in, and there we go. We will have the boosted blade. He needs to get value out of this. Ivy immediately picked up, so it's a 1-for-1. They turn it, look and get it. Not quite going to find the follow-up. Logic's getting topped. Great healing coming in here from Toronto Defiant. And now London Spitfire need to hold. They've got the man advantage. You got to play off of this. You lost Gesture, though. That's not going to help things. The back line still so solid here for Toronto Defiant. Neko and Aid just cranking out heals.
Well, they've really never been able to deal with the set point kind of style that Toronto is running here. This is all just cleanup. This fight's been over for a bit. Toronto has set points with the Orisa. They've blocked that shield down.
Toronto, and they are pouncing on this opportunity. They're going to set up that hard point on the spot, and there's the EMP over the top, massive one. Everybody getting silenced on the side of Toronto Defiant. That couldn't have gone better for Guard. And as far as the defense is concerned, it looks like they will stabilize off the back of that monstrous EMP.
It's an enormous EMP, and Toronto's supports were just lagging a little bit behind the rest of the team. You saw everybody posturing on the point, putting out the rotation, telling his team exactly where the team is. What a tiny little micro battle this is.
And there it is, EMP right through, hits nearly everybody. 2 dead already for the Toronto Defiant. And just like that, the London Spitfire, they make the play happen when they needed it most. Prophet getting slept, but he doesn't care. He can take a nap. Goes for the recall just to go ahead and wipe that. Yeah, somebody has to get onto the point here. Who's going to be able to touch? It's not looking likely, and we might just have it. Yep, London Spitfire, hard hold on the first point, as good as it gets.
Prophet are super far in the back line. It's a nice peel.
Nice D-Matrix there. Good cover by Fury. Oh, that's a disaster. You've lost 8 as well. No res is possible. Logix is dead. Your damage is gone. You got 3 left alive here if you're Toronto Defiant on the point. They're going to crouch in here and try and play the angles, hoping to buy some time for their team to get back in here. But now you're going to get a nano-boosted Prophet just dashing through everybody and chucking shurikens in their faces. It's looking pretty grim here for Toronto. It's looking like we're going to have a very quick second map here, Hex.
Well, it does seem like London should be able to go through. The blade is the coup de grace, as it were, and they will be able to finish out Nubis. Prophet's Genji looks good. Toronto left a couple of London alive there early on. They got 1 pick, and there were still 2 people missing, and they never went hunting.
I could have been better timed, Hex, I swear. It was actually scripted.
Scripted game. Fury is that playmaker, but it doesn't matter because the rest of his team is falling behind this now. The playmakers for the Toronto Defiant come and pick Ivy and Logix combined for 2, and that might just be about it. Maybe Prophet can get an exit kill, but back to the drawing board now.
The field so good thrown in by Aid, but it's not there to help Neko survive it.
Fury is refusing to let London lose right now. He's getting individual kills. He's getting all of the eats. Amp Matrix comes on just to be the icing on the cake here. The wall will keep them alive momentarily.
Ooh, Ivy playing with fire, and they will finally succeed in cracking the defense, but they had to work so long for it here, London Spitfire. 15 seconds on the clock.
They will finally crack it.
But you do have the Frisbee to keep you alive. The discus.
The Immortality field goes up, but it is taken down, and now Ivy's going to get next to kill, but that's about it. London rolling through this one. Use the holding,
contesting around the corner. At some point, London are going to have to do something about it. High Noon in the open, and no hesitation. Excellent timing there from Birdring. Gets a pick with it. You don't see that every day.
Shield's going, another eat!
Dude, Fury is unbelievable. He is just ruining Logic's day. Oh, that's not what you wanted to hook in there, guys. Self-destruct to the face, and this is London Spitfire now powering through the defense. It looks so good for Toronto. They've got ults online, but you can't use your ults if you're dead, Hex.
You can't use your ults when Fury's on the field.
Ult into it. Do we have the combo? Looks like we did. Yep. Oh, the trance perfectly timed. Doshin saving his team. We're down to 30 seconds. This could be the home stretch here for London Spitfire. Birdring takes down 8 to kick things off for this party, and then another halt hook traded. McCree is out. A lot of damage lost here for London, and it's just out and out chaos on the point. God's hunting for a target.
But these ult charges really fast, and Nuss is able to drop another window, and it is all white in the kill feed as the avalanche coming through for the London Spitfire. Birdring in a checkmate position on Widowmaker, way in the back, very likely. London will close it out.
Wow. That was a dominant.
Copied off each other's homework.
In it, let's go. Logic's, from his perspective, it wasn't too pretty. He was kind of just playing hide and seek, and well, that's just going to set London Spitfire up from all of them. No worries there. You're even prepared for it too. It's going to make it so difficult here for Logic's, and Ivy would be such a big play, but we're going to use the sound barrier now to get in on the point. So here to use to initiate. Instant use of the whole hog by Fury. That's a lot of damage. That's going to make it difficult. It will wear through those barriers. 2 quick kills coming through here for the London Spitfire. Off the back of that High Noon. Follow-up headshot. Birdring making it look easy. And just like that, Toronto Defiant. Halt, hook, Yakpung, uh-oh, barely tries it, gets it. Whoa, so much damage taken. Logic still finds one, hanging on by a thread. He goes down at the hands of Nuss. But Yakpung, he is still hanging in here, but it's not gonna be for long. Even with the Primal, he gets shut down. And London Spitfire hanging in there, making it look so good here on defense. Nowhere for Toronto to go. Anybody here to touch the point? It's not looking like they'll be able to make it in time. And the London Spitfire with a hard hold on the first point of Hollywood.
And the Blues, this is like, I don't even know. This is the Little John meta. We have windows, we have walls.
There's a song there, but I'm blanking on the lyrics. There it is.
You can't say those lyrics anymore.
Anyway, it came back to me. Good thing my memory is not what it used to be. We got the bongos down though, playing the music of Jester's people, and that is all damage, Hex, and pain. Birdring is bringing it, and London Spitfire, they will collect the first point. 4 minutes on the clock now for them to work with. Oh. Well, there it is, the May Blizzard going down, trying to freeze everybody in place. Nuss going to drop his counterpart 8 on the other side. Self-destruct chucked into a corner there by Gons. I like that. Nice play, but he's out in the open, and that's not going to help things here for the Toronto Defiant. They're getting forced back, Hex. The defense, it's a crumbling.
Push all the way back. All clustered up around the corner. They just try to take out opposing Immortality fields, but Logic's has really been the only bright spot for Toronto on this map.
There are not many kills for the Toronto Defiant. Self-destruct goes up, but Neko doesn't care. He is invincible when he has the Transcendence going, but that still baits his ultimate out. So London now a little bit less to worry about. London just need to be patient here. Prophet, if you get picked third point, Toronto Defiant, you got to give it to them. They are looking great. They got this game plan they're sticking to. Logic's with the walls. There's 2 quick kills coming in here for London though, and there's Birdring making all the difference. Turns out you get that Mei Hanzo, and all of a sudden you can start getting work done.
That's an enormous hook from Fury there at the end because they were rolling in with whole fine purchase.
Well, Blizzards and Blizzards on top, one of the other, and Nuss is going to get picked to start things. Oh, they're getting wiped out on the side of London. Yakpung with 2. And the Blizzard just way more effective here for the Toronto Defiance. They will hold. T9, the 3rd point for the London Spitfire. Showing some fight at the end, Hex.
They got a lot more value out of their
help there, but they're still hanging in here at Toronto Defiant. They have not been wiped out just yet. Never mind, Ada gets picked. And that's going to be so frustrating here without that Mercy healing. We're going to have the Dragon thrown in here. They're deciding to stick to this. Ivy committing, trying to clear that point. No kills, but it's still Notion down. You lose Logics and Echo as well.
Prophet's been back there the whole time. He's been hanging out there with Badoshin. They got Badoshin earlier, but Prophet and Badoshin were on this enormous flank early on. They hit this big rotation, and Prophet hits all the shots in the world. Time is a waste in Semler.
Yeah, he's got 14 final blows right now, Prophet. Maybe he wants some more. Oh, God, though, that's the clutch play. That's what needs to happen. They try to initiate in behind that Dragon, but Gods eats Prophet's Dragon, and that's going to be the Toronto Defiant finding success here on the first point. They will finally get that done. I like that, because Prophet's still alive. You can still fight. Look at him, he's going like aggro melee with a bow. Guy's just looking for kills now. He's bloodthirsty. He's seeing nothing but red.
They get the res off on a gesture. The wall ends up helping London.
Just throws another Dragon in there. Why not? Just the bodies of his enemies littering the floor. Birdring and Prophet running a bunch into the back line. What's up? Point blank, and he gets a little greedy. Logic's finally ends his run. You had to do it at some point. And Logic's still alive. Wow, he's going to commit the Blizzard into this fight as well.
I mean, it's the last fight. They have to be going into this one. They're going to use everything that they have, and they should be able to pick it up in the end. This is an ambitious res. Even if you get this res, you're probably not winning this fight, but might as well, London, try to bring it back.
He got the fight. He got the res. I think he just wanted to get maximum value for the stats. You know? There we go.
Pad and stats.
Pad and stats. Another res in the books. Another res in the books.
Not over.
He's still alive. The raid boss. You're not getting any of this loot, Toronto Defiant. You're getting sent packing. Many wipes were had, but Prophet's about to dig, and there it is. Another Dragon through, because why not? Doshin finds a kill on Gods, and they are just chiming in now. London Spitfire wiping them out. Echo gets sent back to spawn, and Prophet, just for good measure, will put the period on the end of this match. He will pick up the final kill, 24 total on Hanzo by the end of Junkertown. He is